It's nothing new to see this on holidays. The restaurants packed with endless queues, the subways jammed with helpless passengers, and the roads flooded with immobile automobiles. However, this is nothing compared to the staggering scenes of the travel rush before the Chinese New Year. In modern China, it is not uncommon for elderly parents to live in rural villages or small towns, while their children work in the distant cities. At this time of year, millions of migrant workers start to migrate, flocking out of cities and heading towards their hometowns across China. A reunion with the whole family, what the Chinese New Year is all about, is just the destination of this incredible annual migration. Surely, everyone knows something about the Spring Festival. So, in this section, what we try to do is to piece together different parts of this most important festival to the Chinese, from its origin, tales, to relevant customs and taboos, so as to grab a global view. Spring Festival, or Chinese New Year, can be traced back to Han Dynasty, when people celebrated at the first day of the first lunar month every year. It usually lasts for 16 days, from New Year's Eve to the 5th day of the New Year, the Lantern Festival, the official end of the New Year festivities. Determined by the lunar calendar rather than the Gregorian calendar, the dates of the annual celebration vary from late January to early February. Quite different from the Western solar calendar, Chinese lunar calendar is based on the cycles of the moon. China has adopted the Western calendar for long, but all the traditional festivals follow the lunar calendar. Besides, lots of Chinese still base on the lunar calendar to calculate their birthdays and ages. In a word, the lunar calendar still plays a significant role in the life of Chinese people. The Chinese New Year is also known as the Spring Festival, just as it coincides with the beginning of spring, the first of the 24 solar terms in the whole year, marking everything in nature coming to life after the dormant winter. From ancient China, a whole year has been divided by the Chinese into 24 seasonal divisions in accordance with the Earth's climatic change, caused by the sun's different positions along the ecliptic, with each division covering approximately half month. Together, they are given the name as 24 solar terms. The 24 solar terms is a gross name of the system that comprises 12 major solar terms and 12 minor solar terms, interlaced with each other. Starting from a major term, the beginning of spring, followed by a minor term, rainwater. Each minor solar term should fall on one of the 12 lunar months, designated by the 12 earthly branches. Reflecting the changes of seasons and the final phases, these different periods of time are thus termed to direct agricultural activities. For example, great heat and great cold represent the hottest and the coldest time of the year, while green fall shows that summer crops start to see plump seeds. For thousands of years, the terms have been used to guide people's daily life and agricultural production. But in the modern era, this thousand-year-old calendar system may have lost its touch. Fortunately, good news came in late 2016 that China's 24 solar terms were finally listed as intangible cultural heritage of humanity by UNESCO. It has become an imperative issue to preserve and hand down the wisdom of ancient Chinese to the future generation. Foreign friends may be more familiar with the terms Chinese New Year or the Spring Festival, but Chinese people use the term 过年 for greeting and celebrating the New Year. The word 过 literally means to pass over in Chinese, while 年 or year refers to an evil monster in tales. Nian lived deep at the bottom of the sea all year round and came out only on New Year's Eve to devour animals and people. So, on every New Year's Eve, people from all villages fled away from their homes and escaped into the remote mountains. One day, an old man came to rescue them. To drive away Monster Nian, he stayed in the village and busied himself with decorating homes. At midnight, Monster Nian rushed into the village, roaring furiously. But it stopped short when it saw the red paper on the doors. As it approached, there came a sudden loud bang. Shocked by this exploding sound of firecrackers, it trembled and ran away. The next day, the villagers came back and were pleasantly surprised to find everything in their homes safe and sound. They realized that making noise and decorating in color red could scare away the monster. From then on, at the end of each year, people put up red paper decorations on their windows and doors, display fireworks, set off firecrackers, keep their houses illuminated to stop Nian sneaking back again. The original story may be easily forgotten, but the tradition is carried on for generations. Nowadays, for safety reasons and the concerns over air pollution, more than 500 Chinese cities have banned fireworks and firecrackers. Anyway, in rural areas and small towns, there are no such strict restrictions. If you find yourselves in these places at the time, you could expect to hear the sound of bursting firecrackers and see the marvelous fireworks show going on and on for days. Fireworks and firecrackers are not the only things that scared the monster away. The color red is also a powerful defensive weapon, bearing auspicious implications. Decorations then play a crucial part in the festival celebration. Generally, days before the coming of the new year, people start to do house cleaning first from top to bottom, welcoming the new year with a brand new look. After that, Chinese families would decorate their houses together with ornaments such as lanterns, paper cuts, the picture of the door gods, and the Spring Festival couplets. Of course, everything in red. The Spring couplet is usually composed of two antithetical sentences on both sides of the door and a horizontal scroll bearing an inscription, usually an auspicious phrase, above the door, carrying the best wish for good luck and prosperity. It is also common to stick the Chinese character Fu or blessing upside down on walls, windows, and doors. That's because in Chinese, Dao is a homonym for arrive. So literally, this is a look forward to the arrival of blessing for the coming New Year. Just like Christmas dinner in Western countries, the family reunion dinner on Chinese New Year's Eve matters a lot to Chinese people. This is exactly the reason for the world's largest migration of people every year. The dishes served for the reunion dinner may vary from region to region in China, but all Chinese people see the same in this New Year's meal. Mostly amusing puns for the dish names. All that could come on the table deliver people's best wishes. You will definitely see the dishes of fish served throughout the whole country, as fish or 鱼 in Chinese is pronounced the same way as another Chinese character meaning surplus. Therefore, having fish could promise abundance year after year. Other dishes could also bear special meanings, and desserts are no exception. 年糕 is a type of rice cake symbolizing success or a higher precision. 发糕 is kind of like a sponge cake or a muffin, as the Chinese character 发 means to be rich. Who doesn't want that? 饺子 or dumpling is more of a northern thing. It sounds more like the turning point in Chinese, quite fit for the time to say goodbye to the old year and welcome the new. Moreover, it looks like a gold ingot, implying a wealthy future. In the South, sweet rice ball is more popular for the sound close to 团圆 in Chinese, or reunion, denoting harmony and happiness for the family. After the feast, families sit together, have some small talk, and enjoy every priceless happy moment. When the clock strikes 8, or would come in front of the TV set to watch a special TV program, the Chinese New Year celebrations wouldn't be complete without the CCTV Spring Festival Gala. For decades, the gala has been the most watched television program in China. It is broadcast globally and known by virtually every Chinese in the world, entertainers and celebrities nationwide, so as to appeal to viewers of all ages. Domestic audiences have witnessed the growth and the changing styles of the gala programs over the past 3 decades. In recent years, the gala embodies the development of stage tags and tend to invite more pop stars to attract the younger generation. Despite the trend to keep up with the times, the gala forever ends with the classic song, A Night to Remember. It has become something of a ritual on that special night, brimming with laughter and unforgettable memories. Even if watching the nearly 5-hour-long show is not a priority for some families, people still stay up late on New Year's Eve to welcome the arrival of the new year. A few Chinese people would go to temples to strike the bell and ring the new year in. Regardless of the wintry night, they keep waiting for hours until the bell rings. As New Year approaches, they count down and celebrate together. Chinese people believe that the ringing of the New Year's bell can drive all bad luck away and bring good fortune. A couple of hours later, on the morning of the first day of Spring Festival, people would get dressed in new clothes and go out to extend greetings to their relatives, friends, and neighbors. Some others would choose to make New Year's calls to express their good wishes instead of paying a visit personally. It's customary for the young to visit their elders, pay their respect, and wish them health and happiness. Usually, on the second day, the married daughters are supposed to go back to the parents' home with their husbands and New Year gifts. Of course, you can't miss the gifts for any celebrations. For the New Year gifts, Chinese kids get something unique: lucky money or red envelopes, commonly believed to ensure their easy growth. Lucky money can also be exchanged between relatives, friends, bosses and employees, etc. In the digital age, electronic red envelope has swept across China quickly. People send out virtual red packets into their chatting groups and watch others snatch the money within seconds. The amount of money one can grab largely depends on his or her luck, which is just the very fun of grabbing red packets. Spring Festival is a time for celebration. People still follow the traditions from ancient times in the hope of getting good luck. On the other hand, they try to avoid some taboos for fear of bad luck, no matter how groundless they seem. If you don't follow the rules, people can be put on edge and get really mad. Eventually, on the first day of the Lunar New Year, laundry, showering, hair washing are not allowed, for they may wash away good fortune. Meanwhile, be careful not to sweep the house or throw the garbage out, in case you should dump the wealth bestowed by gods. During the festival, nothing should be lent out or borrowed from others, because anyone who does so will be in debt throughout the year. Try to avoid saying death, poverty, sickness, and any other unlucky words carrying negative meanings. Other taboos on this special occasion include: try not to cry and not to fight with others to ensure a smooth new year. Hair cutting in the first lunar month will bring curse on one's maternal uncles. Do not go to the hospital unless there is an emergency, or you will be ill soon. Are these taboos ridiculous? Is it necessary to take any reforms in the festival celebration? Today, many people may not buy these taboos anymore, but these customs are still carefully kept and respected. If you ignore them, mom's nagging will surely go on and on and on. By the way, shouldn't Spring Festival always be about revels, relaxation, and tearful reunion? The moment everyone has long been yearning for over the past whole year. This may not be the case anymore among the youth, who could be intimidated by the prying relatives, the chattering parents, and the bragging old schoolmates. That's why an increasing number of young people choose to stay where they work, or go traveling to take refuge. To them, traditional festivals have gradually lost their luster. After we've reviewed the origin, tales, customs, and taboos regarding the Spring Festival, how do you feel when you see the fall of traditional festivals? Any suggestions for the preservation and revival of old customs, and any brilliant ideas for novel ways of celebrations? Or should we simply let them go? Anything you say.